Hi guys, I just wanted to do a little introductory video to what I'm talking about today. So this will be a 5-minute intro on studs. Okay, so why do we wear studs? Why don't you wear studs, more like? If you're competing on grass, I believe firmly that you should wear studs. I'm not an expert, I don't claim to be an expert, but what I do for the horses that we ride works. And it works for the level of competing we're doing, and it would also work right up to the higher levels of competing. So I'm going to show you my stud routine, how I check to see what studs I need to use on the day, and what studs I use. So that'll be part one. Part two will be how I put the studs in. Again, everybody's got their own routine. Nobody I know has the same routine. Mine works really well, and I like ease and quickness. So I believe in preparation, and that'll be part two. But this video is just a little chat about studs and why do we wear them. I decided to make this because I went to a show 4 weeks ago, and I was putting studs in Maverick's feet, and the ground was very hard. And I had somebody come up to me and say, "Why are you doing that?" And they genuinely wanted to understand why I would put studs in a horse on hard ground. Well, my answer to that was, why wouldn't I? It doesn't matter if the ground is soft or hard, you need studs. Now, for instance, horses that day were upending on the cross-country course because the ground was just slippery, but it wasn't wet. So I decided to put in a certain type of stud for Maverick, and he didn't slip up, and he gained confidence from that. And that is a big reason why we do stud up as well. We don't just stud up to make sure that we have safety, we stud up to make sure that we understand that a horse slipping up does his confidence zero good, and it also then does our confidence zero good. Most horses will try and jump for you, and albeit safely. So if you're going into a big fence and the ground feels a little bit shaky to the horse because he's slipping, he will jump carefully, which can sometimes be more dangerous if you don't have the energy going into the fence. So you give the horses the studs so they feel like they're not going to slip up, and they give you their maximum effort over a fence. It also helps for your tight turns and your jump offs, and also if you're going against the clock cross country, you know you've got that extra turn of hoof because the horse isn't going to slip. Dressage, again, you're in a small space on a grass arena, you're asking the horse to turn and to do movements and feel confident that he isn't going to fall over, because horses don't want to land on you, they don't go out to land on you, it upsets them. So the more you're aware of that, the better your day is going to be. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have the wet ground, where we need to get the horse to sink in and grip. Again, different studs, different ideas. Coming up with that in a minute. I'm going to go and show you how to test for ground and then use just certain types of studs. So we've got two types of ground. We need to be aware of what we're going to put in our horse's hooves, and we also need to be aware of the ground that we're going to ride on. Again, most people don't know how to apply studs. Casting back 2 months, again, I was at another show. I was applying some very thin dressage studs to Maverick because the ground was proper sun-baked again. And Rowley's clearly bored by my talking. I didn't want him to slip, so I put dressage studs in for him. And somebody came up and they watched me actually put the studs in, which was really nice. And they said, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to get some stud holes put in my horse's feet because this is amazing." And they saw a difference in Maverick when he had them on. And their particular pony was slipping and sliding around all over the place. And I saw them last week at a show, and they put stud holes in, and they were so happy. Again, because they'd seen me do it, they decided that was the best course of action. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and film the video.